From the towering peaks of the Woolajezi Mountain in Lofa County to the golden plains of Bomi River Basin, through the verdant greens of the Sapo National Park, a place where monkeys whisper secrets and pygmy hippos tread unseen, from the valleys to the roaring coasts of Monrovia, Buchanan, Harper, and Robertsport. These are the voices that travel unfiltered, uncaged, and unstoppable. Welcome to the Liberian Voices Unfiltered, the platform where we speak the languages of the land, celebrate the cultures of our people, beat the drums of our tribes, and dance to the rhythms of our identity. This platform is more than just a broadcast. It's a movement, a megaphone for the people. No scripts, no sugarcoating, no stage management, just the truth, pure, bold, and proudly Liberian. Tune in, turn up the volume, and join your host, George Senator Sibo, the Pan-Africanist, shaking the mic, breaking the silence, and speaking for the nation and its people. The Liberian Voices Unfiltered. All hail, Liberia hail. It is raw, it is real, it is authentic. From the bushes to the beaches, this is our voices, our truth, and our story. It must be heard.
All right.
Voices got your back. Unfiltered. Yeah. You tune into the heartbeat of Mama Liberia, where truth meets the people, and every voice is heard. This is Liberian Voices Unfiltered. Your voices rise. From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, we're bringing light where the truth's been hindered. Politics and power, let's break it down.
Oh, we're speaking truth tonight. Let your voices rise.
From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, we're bringing light where the truth's been hindered. Politics and power, let's break it down. We talk the real, no mask, no crown. Economy shaking, but we still stand tall. Business and trade, we can uplift all. From the youth to the elders, we all gotta say, unfiltered voices paving the way. We are Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Yeah, we tell it how it is.
Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
The people's mic, the nation may hold.
Mopukala to Bong, from Lofa to Cape Mount, we talk the truth that really counts. Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Your story, your power, your sound.
Voices Unfiltered. Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Your story, your power, your sound.
Healthcare, education, we go discuss. From clinics to classrooms, who can we trust?
Okay, good evening, fellow Liberians, wherever you are, however you are listening. This is your host, George Senator Sibo, on your favorite podcast, the Liberian Voices Unfiltered, the platform in which we speak the mind of the people. We bring issue the way it is, and we discuss issue the way it's supposed to be discussed. On this platform, we don't sugarcoat, we don't stage manage anything. We don't bow down to anyone because our paychecks are not coming from their pockets. We are not hoping on anyone to give us a job because we are not looking for one there. So we say things the way they are. So for today, I think some of you that read the topic, we're going to be discussing two major things today. We're going to be talking about the $20 million justice complex that is being built in Liberia on the Capitol Hill. We want to know, is the money actually in the budget, or did they put the money in the budget? Have the money been accumulating over time in the budget? We'll be talking about that. And also, we'll be looking at the project in FOIA, that FOIA project, they say the Presidential Home Project. So I know they have been training around. We had to make our research and other things to come up with a topic. We don't just come here to discuss issues because we want to discuss it. We come here to discuss issues because we have done our research. We have had some information that we want to present to the public. So those are the two things we're going to be talking on today. The $20 million justice complex that they are building on the Capitol Hill. Where is the money coming from? Is the money reflected in the budget? Our legislators, the lawmakers, the people that can pass the budget, are they aware that $20 million is there for a capital for a justice complex? Because when you listen to the radio, you listen to most of these lawmakers, you understand that most people are asking, but where is the money coming from for the project? The breaking ground for project, we don't see the money. So these are things we're going to be discussing today. And again, the long talk about the FOIA project, we're going to be discussing a little bit about the FOIA project and, who is actually funding that project. What happened on that whole project and why the government took more than a year before they can actually come out to say, to give us any information on that FOIA project. Again, there was a serious communicado issue. So we're going to be discussing that. We're going to be looking at some of those things that is going on. And before we go on with this, let me just say something to my listeners, to those that will be watching me or those that will watch me later. How is LRB? Is LRB cool? I know a lot of people are returning from vacation. A lot of people went home for vacation and they are returning. I know there was a lot of remittances that were sent to Liberia. People took money with them, spent some money. The economy got some things, some friends and family. Some of their part bore a little bit, not up to that extent they expected, but at least they were able to do something. And see, that one of the good things I like about this America, America can teach you how to hustle. America can teach you how to hustle. And that's the reason why I will tell you, I'm not saying it to boast for anyone or to say it or sugarcoat for anything. Most people that decide to leave from America to go back to Liberia to live, they can succeed. Check the record. Most people, they can succeed. They might not be so rich or they might not be onto the top there, but they will still live comfortably. The reason is that America have already taught them how to hustle. So hustling here is a serious, you got to learn how to hustle. See me? There's no way I can run the show 5 days a week. I can't, because I have to hustle. I have to work. I have to make some money. I have to take care of my family. So it is practically impossible for I alone as running the show, even though I'm still looking for people to join me so that we can, so the show, I really want to run the show every day, but it's literally impossible to run this show every day. When I have to work, I have to pay my bills, I have to do other things. So, and we're not generating money from this thing. We are using our skills, our talent to provide information to our people in Liberia, to let the people know, to shine lights on some area where there are darkness. So when we come out with some of the research, we have our in-house people that have given us tangible and reliable information. And, it is our duty. It is incumbent upon us to let Liberian people know, what is unfolding. So that's why we take our time to do that. We're not getting any money from this. $5 we're not getting. If I were even putting money into it, I will tell you we put money into it to get it running. To run on all these platforms, it requires fundings. So like I was saying, before I get into the topic, America is a hustle ground. America teaches people how to hustle. So most people move on that. People can move from America after living in current electricity, all the places, riding good car and things, riding brand new car up to the same year that car will produce. People riding 2026 car as we speak. 2026 just started the riding 2026 car in America. But they can go back to Liberia and able to live with nothing and still survive. They can go back to Liberia and go on their farm, where they'll be using jack-o'-lantern, and they will still survive. The reason is that America have taught them how to hustle. They have taught people how to hustle. So that's the cool thing about America. Before we get into our discussion, like we talk about. So again, I will play the theme song for a few more seconds. Right after the theme song, we will get right into our discussion. Like I said, we'll be discussing two things. The $20 million justice complex, the money, is it in the budget? If the money is in the budget, when did they get there? Because a lot of legislators, a lot of lawmakers are fighting hard. Go look at their Facebook page and look at their session. Every day there's argument on that thing. Where is the money coming from? Where is the money coming from? So we'll delve into that and give you some of the missteps that our legislators have been taking, some of the action they're supposed to take that they don't take. They don't even know their role. Sometimes they don't. So we'll get into that. And then the next thing we're going to be talking about the FOIA project, the $10 million FOIA project. Who is funding that project? Why the government took so long to provide information on the project? Why the government took so long to tell Liberian people, oh, it was a minor error? So we're going to get into that something. Let me play the theme song. Right after that, we will delve straight into our discussion. So just keep tuned. Keep tuned. Keep tuned. So we're going to move into the... Go ahead.
Yeah, you tune into the heartbeat of Mama Liberia, where truth meets the people, and every voice is heard. This is Liberian Voices, Unfiltered. Oh, we're speaking truth tonight. Liberia, let your voices rise. Oh. From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, we're bringing light where the truth's been hindered. Politics and power, let's break it down.
Oh, we're speaking truth tonight. Let your voices rise.
From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, we're bringing light where the truth's been hindered. Politics and power, let's break it down. We talk the real, no mask, no crown. Economy shaking, but we still stand tall. Business and trade, we can uplift all. From the youth to the elders, we all gotta say, unfiltered voices paving the way. Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Yeah, we tell it how it is.
Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
The people's mic, the nation,
Liberian Voices Unfiltered. Mopukala to Bong, from Lofa to Cape Mount, we talk the truth that really counts. Oh, Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
your story, your power, your sound.
Voices Unfiltered. Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Your story, your power, your sound.
Healthcare, education, we go discuss. From clinics to classrooms, who can we trust? Social justice, human rights, we shine in truth like city lights. Public policy, rule of law, building Liberia strong and raw. Trade and commerce, business flow, empower the people, help us grow.
So what we talking about?
Who we talking for?
The people shattered.
Unfiltered minds, unfiltered dreams, telling our stories by any means. Culture and faith, we rise above, united in truth, united in love.
Our voices echo across the sea. Liberia strong, bold and free.
Liberian Voices Unfiltered. Liberian Voices Unfiltered. The people's mic, the nation's mirror. Tasteful to Kakata, Hapa to Bonga. We talking real, we talking stronger. Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Story, your power, your
Liberian
sound.
Voices Unfiltered. Liberian Voices Unfiltered.
Okay, there you have it. Liberian Voices Unfiltered, the platform where we speak the truth. This is a platform where we don't sugarcoat anything. We say it as it is because we are not depending on anyone to do anything for us. God has blessed us and we will succeed. Whether they like it or not, we will succeed. We are not hoping on anyone to do anything for us. And you see, in life, you are worried or you get frustrated when you're expecting too much from people. And that's what I don't do. I don't expect nothing much from anybody because you don't owe me anything. Nobody owe me that. So that's why my expectation is never too high. We do things because of tomorrow. We interact with people because it's supposed to be that way. So now let us try and delve into our topic. Please share the show, share it on your Facebook page, share it on your platform. Invite your friends to follow. anyone, any of your friends, family, relative, and loved ones, share it with them. We're going to be providing some information that are very, very important here. So let us stick on the first project, that is our capital, the Justice Complex. And the president broke ground for the Justice Complex. Is the Justice Complex, is it a good thing for Liberia? The answer is yes. It is a very, very good thing for Liberia. I think it is a time, this is a time where we stop renting, the government stop renting buildings, because the money they pay for rent alone, if you add that money into 3 to 4 years, that money can build a whole complex. So coming up with the initiative of breaking ground for a justice complex that will host all of those justice-related entities within them, it is a very good thing. Like the ministerial complex, it's a very, very good thing. And we must appreciate the underlying idea behind it. But the question remains, is the money actually in the budget for the project? You see, there's the reason why I always frown at our lawmakers. I always frown at our legislators. They don't even know the power that they have. They don't even know the authority that they carry. They think every day is to go in the legislature and make noise, argue unnecessarily. If you that is signing and passing budgets, you that is appropriating funds for different aspects of government usage, if you know very well that the funding for the capital, this justice complex, is not in the budget, and you see the project about to go on, what do you do? What do you do? What is the legislature supposed to be doing at this point? They are the ones that are supposed to be, supposed to be able to check the executive. They're the ones that are supposed to be able to checkmate the executive. Bring the executive to attention, say we need information on this, provide this information. But how many times have we seen the legislature? Sometimes they call, the people can even call a minister. They send the summer of minister, and the minister does not even come, they send his deputy. So now send the chief of office staff. That's how less important, that's how underrated you guys have been looked at by other government officials. Because the way you conduct yourself, because the way you guys carry yourself. You guys have not been working as a body that want to represent the Liberian people. You only make noise on issues when it bothers you, when you don't have a cut in it. When the lawmaker does not have a cut into that issue, it bothers them. That's when you see them coming on radio, they're talking blah, 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 because they don't have a cut into it. But when they have a cut into it, no noise. $2,000 gas slip. Have they made noise about that for gas? No noise about that. No noise. Their salary is up the ceiling. Have they talked about that issue? No, they don't talk about it. Youth unemployment, is it something that concerns them? No, they don't talk about it. But when you see capital complex, $20 million, I'll be like, what? The executive come eat $20 million, $20 million, then they come that where they start making noise. They're not making noise because they love the Liberian people on project like that. They're not making noise because they love the Liberian people. They're making noise because they are not getting their cut into that part of it. They're not getting their cut. They're not getting their share of it. So it doesn't make sense. So, and let us come to the executive. The executive branch of government, which, let's say the president, because he's the head of the executive branch. Our president, our government should be truthful to the Liberian people. You can't go about lying every time. Coming about, capital project, you got $20 million for the project. Where is the money coming from? Is the money in the budget? Are you spending money outside the budget? Are you guys collecting additional money and that Liberian people don't know about and you guys are trying to use for social project? Because you're not supposed to work with any money outside the budget. So if the budget is being appropriated and then the legislature are saying that in the budget, there was no money for the capital project. So where is the money coming from to build the justice complex? Is our executive, is the president and his code of officers, are they hiding something from us? Are they getting some information somewhere, or they getting some sources of finance somewhere that they are not telling Liberian people? And it is the prerogative of the legislators, our lawmakers, the representatives, and the senators to checkmate, to cross-examine the executive on those kind of issues. Are they doing that? Are they doing that? And you know that you have the power. When those kind of projects going on, they have the power to put halt to the project until they can find the root, until they can find the root of the source of it. They don't even know that they have the authority to do that. Our lawmakers, they don't even know, most of them, they don't even know that they have those kind of authority. They have enormous power. Those are the only people that have the authority to remove a sitting president. They can remove the president, they can remove the speaker. I mean, they can remove the president, they can remove the vice president, they can remove justices, chief justice and associate justices of the Supreme Court. That is the kind of authority, that's the kind of power that the Constitution gave them. How often do they use the power? You complain about a project that the executive branch is carrying on. They are carrying on a $20 million justice complex. You that's supposed to appropriate fund for project. You say you don't know where the money is coming from, but you sit and fold your hands. Are you doing the Liberian people justice? Are you doing them justice? You see, the world is evil, not because of the people that just did evil or they are doing evil. The world is evil because people that are sitting and watch people do evil without doing anything about it. You just sit and fold your hands and see people committing crimes, people committing atrocities against human beings, and you say nothing about it. You that is sitting and folding your hands and doing nothing, you are the one that is committing more evil. You are the one that is committing more evil. Evil triumphs when men sit and do nothing. So you complain on the executive branch. Oh, you don't know where they're getting money from to build our complex, to build a justice complex, because we did not appropriate money in the budget for that. So where is the money coming from? So you, as a lawmaker, it's your job to bring entities that will be public works, bring them to the book. Justice minister, bring them to the book. All those that are responsible, all line entities that are responsible for the execution of that project, let them come and tell you where the source of the fund is coming from. If you dig behind the sources and you cannot find it, and the project is ongoing, you know that it's corruption. It's only tied to corruption. What do? The law gives you the authority when people are caught in corruption. It gives you the authority, if the executive branch, the president who is caught in corruption, it gives you the authority to impeach the president and remove the president from office. But how many of you will have the balls, will have the spine to even talk about that in your session? How many of you? You are worried that you'll lose your seat. You are worried about 2029, then you are worried about today. Many of you are troubled about 2029. That is some 4 years from now, then you are worried about doing your job today. You see, like in my last podcast, I said something when the issue of this 70,000 job Bennett came about. I said, when the right things are done, you don't need to go nowhere to look for data. You don't need to go look for data anywhere. The data can be available. The people themselves will serve as your data. They will serve as your data. You don't need to go look for anything. And I made an example. For example, the rainy season time, LEC, the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC was performing during the rainy season time. Electricity was stable. Some people got electricity straight for 1 week. It didn't blink. We understand, due to nature, the hydro, there are more water, but it was performing. When the hydro, when the electricity was performing, when electricity corporation was performing, you don't need to go nowhere to go collect data to know if LEC is performing at the time during the video. No, the occurrence was the data. Everybody benefiting for it was the data. So if you say you created 70,000 jobs, you don't have to go be on website to be Googling, asking ChatGPT about stuff to get data. No, the people employment, the unemployment rate will drop, the people will be working, you will see that, and that will serve as your data. You don't have to go on radio to radio station trying to justify 70,000 jobs. It is so hard and so disgraceful to the government. That's the same thing. The capital, this justice complex thing have come up. Where is the funding? Where is the source of the funding? The legislature said they didn't put in the budget. Over the period of how many years? Okay, right now, how many is there for it? These are information that should be made public. The Liberian people deserve better. They want to know the information. You must have a perfect source of the finance. You must have places that it's coming from. You must get exactly, how you're going to get the money over the years to build the project. But the Liberian people need to be privy to that kind of information. You need to give it to them. You can't keep it. You can get the whole country. Everybody is povering over one information. Oh, what happened here? Everybody keep being confused on what is going on. You can't do that. You can't do that. And I'll use this to tie it to my second topic, which has to do with the FOIA project. The FOIA project, the Lofa project. That project for more than a year. The government could not. Government that said they came to power to rescue the Liberian people. Government that came to power saying that CDC was doing absolutely nothing. CDC was doing wrong. President Weah was not performing according to them. President Weah was decimally performing. He was not doing anything. He was sitting in Jamaica Lodge, drinking champagne and popping wine, other stuff, according to what they said. They said they are coming to rescue the country, to take the country from the hands of people that were doing bad, people that are shredding the country in apart. So the rescue team now, they are carrying on project in a particular part of the county, in the president's hometown. The thing is all over on social media. People have gone there, have taken pictures. The government remains mute. The government remains silent on the project. Are you doing that's a disservice to the Liberian people? You have to take a year to circle around, find way to lie about the project. And again, I will come back to the legislators. There is no way, because every form of concession agreement between countries, it has to be signed and ratified by the executive branch. So let's say if the Mano River Huron or ECOWAS is want to build a headquarters in Liberia or want to build a complex in Liberia that they will use, the legislator will be informed. How can they are not informed? But the project is ongoing. The government said it's later on again, they claim it that it is a government project. It is first it was for ECOWAS. Later on, it's a government project. How can you operate like that? How can you keep this giving the people falsehood information? And we got us some information on our project. And to be honest with you, the information we got, it seemed to be very, very factual. Very, very factual. And I will say this, and like I said, I don't care what people think. My paycheck not coming from your house. You don't pay my rent. You don't pay anything for me. I don't care how you feel. And from reliable source, the information came that the late Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the late what his name that died, the late Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, they said, hey God, Liberian government, they said the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the minister was trying to surprise the president. The Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the late minister, somebody can just tell me, and it just slip out of my mind. Just a few seconds. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. So according to the information, they said the late Minister of State was trying, according to him, he was trying to surprise the president. Yes, the minister was trying to surprise the president with $10 million home, or $10 million home in project in FOIA. Yes, the minister. So now everybody, People cannot provide the information to say, oh, is it true that the minister is dead? The man is dead now. The minister is dead. How are you going to find out that? But from our sources within government, it was very, very clear that the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the late minister, according to him, he was trying to impress the president by surprising the president with a $10 million home in Foya. Can you imagine that? Just 1 second. Yeah, just 1 second. So the minister was trying to impress the president. And in order to impress the president, he decided to secretly build a home for the president unknown to the president. But where is the money coming from? That money that he was secretly gathering from places, from the Ministry of State, Executive Marshal, to build a home for the president in Foya without the president's knowledge. In the form of, I want to surprise the president with a presidential villa in Foya, Lofa County. So when the issue sparked out public outcry, when it brought in, when people begin to speak about the issue, it started getting widespread. How can the government justify that? How can the government justify that? The government start finding all kind of ways. No, I will tell people, there is only one truth. There can be no truth, no two truth. Truth is only one, but there can be thousands of lies. But there's only one truth. And the truth is the truth. To say the truth is easier than to lie. If the project was actually an ECOWAS project, why it would take you 1 year? Or it was AU project, why it would take you 1 year, or even Minor Reward Union project, why would it take you 1 year to say it? If the Lofa project was actually a project that is intended for international cooperation, like the president said in his State of the Nation address, or other government officials have been saying, why would it take you 1 whole year to say that? Because they had no justifiable reason to tell the Liberian people who the project is actually for. They had no reason. So our sources, when we find out, oh, yeah, right, it's true. It's true. The late Minister of State for Presidential Affairs was trying to surprise the president. He was trying to surprise the president with a whole presidential villa. Yes. With a whole presidential villa. That was the aim. So that's how that whole Foya project came about. But then our legislators, our lawmakers, up to today, they still don't have oversight. The lawmaker in Lofa County, the representatives and the senators, they still don't know. You have $10 million project ongoing in your constituent, in your county. You don't know the source for more than a year. You cannot ask the court to put hold to the project until the legislature can be informed which project it is. You get the authority to do that. You can emulate from America, emulate from other countries. When the executive branch, when the president come up with something, the next thing you see, the opposition, a Democrat running to the court to put a stay order on this until things can be, until they can understand what is going on. As a legislator, you have that authority. You can go to the court. You can write a court for the court to put hold to any project that you guys don't have any insight on, especially project of such magnitude. $10 million project is a huge project. $10 million can create it can boom the agriculture sector. How much money get the agriculture sector in the budget? 13 million for the whole agriculture, which is one of their major pillars in the arrested journal. 13 million. which of course everybody know. When you want for a country to thrive, for a country to do better in terms of their staple food production, in terms of having a stability in food production, you must apply at least 10% of your budget to that sector, to the agriculture sector. You apply far under that percentage. You should be talking about 100 and some more million of your total budget for agriculture, but you send $13 million into agriculture. But you are building a $20 million justice complex. Just, I don't know how our people think. The people are unemployed. The people don't have food to eat. The economy is unstable. Everything is not really working. You only focusing on infrastructure development. Infrastructure development is good. Don't get me wrong. It is a good thing. But what will put bread and butter on the people's table? We're not against road projects. We're not against you building complexes. We're not against you doing things that you're supposed to do. But you should do them concomitantly. Like someone said, concomitantly at the same time. Or concurrently at the same time. Why are you doing this project? Focus on agriculture. We need agriculture. Agriculture, like when you look at agriculture, people just think it's all about just going to plant, grow, and harvest. No. In a bigger term, it's called agribusiness. The agribusiness, wherein it has to do with production, it has to do with harvest, and it has to do with processing, where you convert raw material into finished product. For example, you can plant cassava. When you harvest the cassava, you can convert the cassava into flour. Have you heard of cassava flour? Yes. And you can use the flour, produce it on a huge quantity, and you can export to other countries. That will help to stabilize. It will bring in revenue. It will create more jobs in. So those are things that the government should be focusing on. It's not just focusing on $20 million complex when the people don't even have food to eat. According to you, the project in Lofa County, it is a regional project or international project. But the legislators are not even in the know. There is no way on our law that you will start such a project. If it is a regional cooperation project, the legislators are supposed to even be signatory to the document for such project. But our lawmakers, they are weaklies. Those guys, they are sleeping dogs, bulldogs, sleeping bulldogs. They got no spines, no teeth, nothing. They just back. And when you hear them backing, they're not backing because they are angry that the thing is not working. They are backing because their name, they don't have a cut into that thing they are backing about. So you hear them making noise, oh, the $20 million justice complex. Where's the money coming from? Because they don't have cut into that project. Oh, Lofa County, because they don't have cut there. But do they have the citizen at heart? Do they have the youth at heart? The answer is no. The answer is no. If you had the youth at heart, you guys approved the budget. The legislators approved the budget. You saw there were $13 million in the budget for agriculture. You could have said no. We need at least 10% of this money to go to agriculture. That will create food production and will also create jobs. If you say you love your people, you as lawmakers, you that represent your people, senators and representatives, if you love your people, those are things that you're supposed to be looking at. You got 75 to 76% of the country, they are young, they are youthful, the youthful population. How many jobs is being created for the youth? How many technical and vocational education training programs are being created for the youth? But you legislator, you sign $1.2 billion budget when none of those things are covered. Simply because your allowances increase, they give you a little more allowances, they give you a little more gas slips, and they give you a little more pocket change. You are happy with that. You pass the budget. But you see capital, you see justice complex going on, then you shout, oh, where the money coming from? 4-year project going on, you don't even know the source of funding, you don't even know who is taking care of the project. Oh, where the people coming the money from to build that project? Noise all over the place. You don't know that you have the authority to stop any project until you can have an insight into it. You can ask the court to halt the project. You can do that. You are a lawmaker, especially those who have it in their constituent. You are from Lofa County. Which sentimental issue is that? How will you be so insensitive to your own people? You are complete for almost a year about a project being carried out in Foya, Lofa County, that you guys don't know nothing about. But any effort was made to stop the project? No. Any effort was made to provide more information or clarity on the project? No. Up to today, that whole project is still not clear. But our legislators are still moving about their normal business. Nothing is going on. Those are the people that we elected. 2029 will be in Liberia. We will campaign against a bunch of those fools, bunch of those idiots that call themselves lawmakers in that place. We will go from district to district to campaign against them because they don't even know what they're doing. We will campaign against them. They're not going to go back in there. But normally, even their own districts are tired with them. Their districts are tired with them. Their counties are tired with them because they are doing nothing to improve the lives of ordinary people. They are improving their lives. And you cannot run a country like that. Your work as a legislator is to make sure that you are checking, you are supervising the executive branch, making sure that the executive branch is doing things that were signed in the budget, things that were appropriated is there. But even in the appropriation, even in the budgetary allotment, you forget about your people. You forget about youth employment. There is nothing in the budget for youth employment. You forget about that. Agriculture, that's supposed to carry at least 10% of the 5.2 billion. You get agriculture 13 million. But you lawmaker, 100, how many of you? You got 50 to 60 million dollars. That's your budget. Those are things that you're advocating for. You're not advocating for Liberian people because you don't want to see them succeed. You want to keep them in a poverty state so they can kind of keep coming to your house every day and every night to beg for food. That's the kind of state that you want to put people in. And then Africa, look around us. Look around in Africa. See what the military doing. See what coup and counter coups that are going on. Simply because civil government is refusing to do for the people what they promised to do. What they promised to do. So if you see, and I can tell you, military government are doing well. All the people that took over in military in Africa of recent, they are succeeding. They are performing very great than any civil regime. They are performing. To the extent that our neighbor Guinea, they went about and electing. They elected a man that took power by force. He ruled. He did great things in the country. They say, oh, we need you. They went back to the pool and voted him overwhelmingly. That's what the military can do. Because it's not all about those. You get $50 million laying in the hands of those bunkers. They call themselves legislators. They call themselves lawmakers. Why are they doing? Project right on them, they don't even know what they're. Lofa County project ongoing, they don't even know them. Or when they play all that project that the president, what have you done to stop the project? Emulate from other countries. Look here in America, the first thing to do, they're going to file to the court. That project should be halted until we can find out what is going on. And the court will halt the project. Those are the authority that you have. If you go and dig behind the project, you can get ahead and tell you tie it to corruption. You put impeachment bill on the floor for the president. Let's see if the president will not wake up. But you guys are gullible. All you think about is yourself. You don't think about your people. You don't think about your constituency. You don't. You want people running behind you. Oh, honorable, open the door for that. All you want to see that you're a big man. That's why when you guys leave power, you got nothing to show. Nothing. When you guys leave power, you got nothing to show. Because everything is politics. You have made politics with the people's life. You have made politics with healthcare. You have made politics with everything. You got a speaker, the deputy speaker. How many millions? Almost 6 or 7 million. Just for that 2 persons. What are they doing? The speaker often got 500,000, $500,000. Oh my God. For entertainment. Who is he entertaining? Is he entertaining the whole Liberia? 500,000 for entertainment. Who is he entertaining? And you guys pass that budget because you get small more additional money in it. Oh, yeah. That's why you're focused on. Pass it. But agriculture that's supposed to create employment for the youth, 75%, 76% of youth are unemployed in the country. And you think it's the president alone? Corruption starts from everywhere. Everywhere. We all need to check ourselves. If you are corrupt from the house, that corruption flow into the private and public sector. It's affecting every fabric of our society, corruption. And you see, a lot of people don't think that, oh, they say corruption. Let me give you an example of LEC, the Liberian Legislative Corporation. LEC not supposed to be struggling. LEC not supposed to be struggling. When you look at per houses, the amount of houses that have electricity connected, even in recent time, or even past time, the amount of houses that are consuming current. If everybody were paying a fair share of the LEC bill, LEC will not struggle for money. The government will not have to subsidize LEC money. But I can tell you, more than 60% of people in Liberia that are using LEC are not paying a fair share of bill. They are either connected directly, they are even connected indirectly, or tap through some other line, or do some kind of illegal connection. That is corruption. If you think corruption is only because the president paid $10 million horse on his place, and then the lawmaker add $2 million to the salary, you think that is the only corruption, then you're wrong. Then you're wrong. Very soon, I will be publishing my book, Civic Education for Liberia. I'll be publishing my book very soon. Take a read of it. Look at it. It's about civic education. Very soon, I'll publish a book on my site. It will be on Amazon. It will be on all of this website. And I hope the Liberian government can look into it and incorporate that into the school. That teach you basic civic education. Teach our students basic civic education so you can know what is corruption. Corruption is not only in the top. It is also down from the school. Even from the school, corruption is there. You can't continue living like this. Our country will not succeed if we are corrupt from all angles. Teachers are collecting money for even elementary students. Students in elementary, they are paying for grades. How would our foundation, education foundation, be strong? But you don't see that as corruption. But when the lawmaker then steal money, when a minister then steal money, that's the one you count as corruption. But when you collect $20, $50, $100 from the children to give them grades that they don't deserve, you don't see that as corruption. But it is corruption. And those are the ones that are actually breaking the fabric of our society. Those are corruption. And those things need to stop. You have the same LEC worker, the same people that will go and connect the meter to the house. It's those same people that will go back to the same house and tell the people, you're giving this, I will connect your line directly. I will connect your line directly. Why will you do that? So the meter is sitting to the house like furniture. It's not really nothing because the line is not even connected to it. It's passing through it, but it's not connected. So the meter is not really nothing. When you come back, they check, oh, one line you recharge. Oh, yeah, you recharge 3 months ago, understand. Okay, yeah, you good. You are breaking the system. You are breaking the system. And you see, when the government wants to fight corruption, and it's also difficult because to the top, they are corrupt. In the middle, they are corrupt. At the bottom, the people are corrupt. So corruption is eating the fabric of our society. It's going to be difficult for the country to change, except we have a radical president. We need a radical leader. It's not a leader that will be speaking Siri, colloquial, acting like you know economics in the books. No, those are leaders that will hold people responsible, hold people accountable. Leaders that will take power today in 2 months. They have built 5-6 prison compounds to lock people up for corruption, to lock people up for power theft, to lock people up for collecting money from students. Those are the kind of leaders that Liberia need today. Those are the kind of leaders that we need. Corruption is eating the fabric of our society. It's eating every sector. Any students will be struggling? Do you know how much one of those transformers costs? Those transformers are very expensive. When they bring those things in with taxpayer money, put up, diligently pay their tax. When they pay their taxes, the government use some of the money, bring those equipment in, connect those equipment. Every house on the thing, that certain, every meter carries certain amount of load. Those loads have been calculated. That's the reason why on from this place to this place get the amount, this kind of transformer. If you do illegal connection on it, if you add more building, you will send a fee back to the transformer, and the transformer is going to blow off. When the transformer blow off, your whole community will be lacking of light, simply because you don't want to pay $5 or $10 in LEC bill. You have blown off a whole $50,000 to $100,000 worth of equipment. And the painful part is not those that are actually sitting and just doing it. It's those that are sitting and watch people do it without reporting to authority. You see, America, that's what makes this country great. And this country will remain great until God wants to change it otherwise. I will tell you today, there is something called citizen watch in this country, crime watch. When you are in your house, your neighbor is in the next house there. If they are hearing unusual sound in your house, maybe somebody crying, they're not looking through the wall to see. If they're hearing unusual sound, something going on, the next thing they will call the police. Whether you ask them to do it, you don't ask, they will call the police. They are looking out for their neighborhood. They want to prevent crimes. If they go in the community, certain neighborhood you go, you're driving. Like sometimes, one time I was driving, my GPS was acting up. My GPS keep going on, like my phone got very hot during the summertime, and then my GPS keep acting up. I drove in a neighborhood trying to get my way out. Wanted my phone to get cold. I slowed down, put my air conditioner on high, put the phone to get cold a little bit so that because when the phone gets hot, it can turn off many of the applications that is on so that the system can get cool. So I parked my car in the neighborhood, tried to get my phone set. The next thing I saw was police behind me. Hello, sir. Where are you from? Where are you going? Are you lost? You know, somebody have called the police. They seen a strange person around in that neighborhood. What is going on? It's called crime watch. They didn't do it because I was a black man. They didn't do it because, you know, they were white people. That neighborhood was a mixed neighborhood. But they see something strange. Maybe I could be a bad person that is trying to do something harmful. You call the police in, the police will come and then inquire. So these are people that are being proactive. Before something happens, they have already called law enforcement. So if you see your neighbor, you are diligently paying your current bill. You are efficiently paying your current bill. Every month, you put money in your meter. Every time you use your meter, you put money. But you see your neighbor, now that you don't know, you know those people around you are not paying their current bill. You know they have connected their land directly from the bypass the meter. You know that. But in the name of that's not my business. You know what that's not my business have caused for our country? That's not my business. Do you know what I have done to our economy? That's not my business. You know what I have done to unemployment rate in the country? If you think crime is being committed and it is not your business to talk about it, it's going to come back and affect you. Because if the transformer blows off, your house is connected to that transformer. All of you will go out of current because of one idiot that don't want to pay his bill. So corruption is everywhere. Don't just look at corruption to be one aspect that the senator, the minister, they are not. Look at your own self. He that comes with equity, he that preaches equity must come with clean hands. If your hands are not clean, you can't tell other people that their hands are dirty. You can't do that. So you must play your part as a peaceful citizen. If you don't have current in your meter, yes, let your house be dark. It might seem like a drama. We're talking tabata, but it's the truth. Then you will have the spine, you will have the gut, you will have that courage to call on your people to do the right thing, to call on your lawmaker to do the right thing. But even you rest of your house, you're not doing the right thing. People that get water bill, they don't even pay water bill, they're bypassing the water meter. How do you expect government to generate revenue? Look at driver lessons in the country. How many driver lessons, how many people get active and correct driver lessons. They don't want to pay for driver lesson. Their vehicle registration expire. They don't want to go do it. The sticker, insurance sticker, they don't want to put insurance on their vehicle. So you have Ministry of Transport should be running behind you. And the reason, you see here, they're not going to run behind you because when they catch you, that $250 ticket. $150 ticket, that's what you're going to get. You're not going to argue with me. Go argue with the court. The law is the law. It will pay you, it will hurt you, but it is the law. You have to do the right thing. For our nation to succeed, we Liberians must do the right thing. The right thing is always difficult to do. I can promise you that. Even me at times, I don't want to do the right thing. But the right thing is the best thing to do to move a nation forward. We must always practicalize what we want other people to do. To tell somebody, say they got coal in the eye, you should first open your eye and take out the coal from there first. And then you tell people, say, remove your own coal. Your eyes can be dirty, then you tell somebody, say your eyes are dirty. Teachers, look at how many Liberians, students that graduated from high school cannot even write a business letter. Even a friendly letter. When they're chatting with you on Facebook, look at the run-on sent, even to spell, they can't do it. Even though the phone system is made in a way that it will help them. They call it word correction. It will help you to get it. They still cannot say get it right. That's how our society is broken. That's how our society has failed us, because we are allowing ourselves to fail. How can you be elementary school are bribing teachers, and teachers are collecting that? But then tomorrow, remember, the whole thing is a trigger down effect. If somebody, for example, somebody in nursing school, the person failed their nursing courses, but they gave you $150, they gave you $200, or they gave you 1,000 LD. You accepted that LD and you gave them a pass mark. The person passed the course, they went on and they said they are nurse. When you get sick, the hospital you're going to, that person that you get a pass mark to, that person come and give you injection. Oh God. Imagine. That's why you see the people have no faith in the hospitals. They have no faith in our doctors and our medical practitioners. They have no faith in them, because even the people that are teaching them are not even making them to do the right thing. They're not even making them do the right thing. So when a teacher gets sick, he go to the hospital, he saw a nurse. He said, "Oh, are you here? That you come and give me injection today?" He say, "Yeah." "Oh yeah, prof, that me come and give you injection." Then he ask him, "But the head nurse not yet?" He's scared because he know he get you free grade. He know you don't know what you're about to do. So he worried about that. And that's a shame. That one, I didn't know anything. That the one coming get you injection now. She will measure V more than 3 right time and make your whole hand get swelled. She would, in fact, she'll give you the wrong thing before you make up your mind, you start losing breath. You start talking about you want that. Because we allow the system, we fail the system. We ourselves fail the system. How can you be a teacher and you are accepting bribe for elementary students, from junior high students, from senior high students? How does that help the system? How does that better the system? And these are people that they are your future leaders. Those are people that you want them tomorrow when they become representatives, when they become senators, when they become ministers, you want them to do the right thing. But when you were their teacher teaching them, you failed to do the right thing. They saw you being corrupt. They inherited corruption from you. When they take over government, they will implement the corruption that they learned from you. It's a trigger down effect. When you think you're doing it to this place, it's not going to affect you, it's affecting the next person. And it's going to come right back to you. So, fellow Liberians, I'm not going to take much of your time. I'm almost an hour. I just want to give you 1 hour today, and I'm almost there. Got 1 more minute. I will wrap up on this. The executive, the president came to power with the assurance of rescuing Liberia from the hands of people that were doing wrong. They referred to President Weah administration as a wrong administration, that everything they were doing was wrong. And that's why they came to power, to correct it. In that corruption, now we are seeing, we are hitting that there's a third state of a nation address. So technically, the president is going to a 10-year. The youth are still unemployed, massively unemployed. Agriculture is no better. Agriculture is no better. The education system is a washout, zero. I don't know why you're even keeping the education minister there. She's doing nothing. Nothing she's doing. The system is failing, is breaking on a daily basis. No revolution. Nothing is changing in the system. But you said you came to rescue. What are you rescuing? $10 million project in 4 years. It took you a year plus to tell the Liberian people what you're actually for. Knowing fully well the secret leaked that the Minister of State, the late Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, was the one that was building a secret mansion for the president, say paying him to surprise the president. Can you imagine that? With taxpayer money. So now it took them to the extent that they don't even know what to say. They had to go and start looking for means where to chunk it. That's why it took them a year to come up with a solution to it. You can't hide truth. Truth is like the light. You can't bury it. When you cover it with darkness, it will still shine. You must be truthful. You must be truthful to your people. You got $20 million project that is ongoing. You call it the Justice Complex. It is a good thing. It will serve the purpose. But my question is, do we need Justice Complex right now, or we need youth to be employed? If you take that $20 million and put it in, send it to agriculture, do you know how much job you can create in agriculture with that $20 million? Even though we need Justice Complex, we need it. In fact, we want it. For now, it is a want. It is not a need, because the justice, all the justice institutions, they are not outside. They are in a building. You're renting, of course. So it is a want. We want that. But agriculture, youth employment is a need. We need that. You have to use the state resources wisely to create jobs, create empowerment. You can take that $20 million and put it in agriculture bank, open agriculture bank, where farmers, agro-processors can go there, agro-business people can go there and get loans and start up big businesses that will bring in fundings in the country, that will create jobs in the country. We want infrastructure development, but it should come hand in hand with job creation. We want road construction. It should come hand in hand with job creation, with agriculture, with education. It should come hand in hand. So on this note, I want to say thank you for following. Share the video. This is the Liberian Voices Unfiltered. Share our live. We don't sugarcoat on this platform. We say things the way they are to be, because our paycheck is not coming from them. And I don't think it will come from them. We're not relenting to say we're not going to work with government some days, but we are doing our best to show to the Liberian people what the right thing is, so that tomorrow when we are there, this video can be used as evidence against us if we do the wrong thing. If we choose to do the right thing, these videos will serve as evidence that on this day you said this and you're not doing it. Just a scene where we are holding them accountable on their campaign promises that they said they will prosecute corruption. Today, nobody have gone to jail for corruption will go in the 3rd year. Oh, people, all those condominium that President Weah built, those condominium will be seized and will be investigated. Zero, no indictment on anything, no investigation of that nature, because those are people that have the same perception of stealing their own when they're about to leave. If I prosecute them, another person can prosecute me. So let them go, so that when I take my own, a new person can, they will let me go. You see that kind of perception? That's the kind of thing going on in Liberia. And it is pathetic. It is disheartening. It is abhorrent. So fellow Liberians, for those of you that watch the live later, go ahead and share your comment on it. Give your views on what we talk about. If there is any major topic you think we need to discuss, anything that is branding, that is trending, that you think we should discuss and talk about, that we should bring to the knowledge of Liberian people, let us know. We can go back and make our research on it and get in more information, more inside information, and present it to the Liberian people. So until I catch you again, until we meet again next Thursday, like I said, the show will be run on Tuesdays and Fridays because of my busy schedule. Until I can get other panelists that want to join me, other people that want to join me for us to move the platform forward, I will keep on doing it by myself. I'm not going to shut the platform down. It's going to keep on going. But my last business schedule right now is Tuesdays and Fridays. So that is when I'm going to be having, those are the days I'm going to be having the show. So until we meet again next Friday, be safe. Talk to your neighbor. If you see your neighbor doing it wrong, doing direct connection on the meter, tell them no, it will spoil the transformer, and we all will run darkness. We all run in darkness, and the government will not benefit. The people will lose. So we say thank you for being with us. Thank you for following us. Share our live. You can follow us on YouTube, Liberian Voices Unfiltered. You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We are all there, Liberian Voices Unfiltered, and Facebook. Subscribe to our page. Follow our pages. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can follow our pages, and we will continue to provide information to our Liberian people as it ought to be. Thank you, and God bless you. Ciao.